Wild hogs rarely show up by accident. They operate within established home ranges and travel routes, patterns that shift with the seasons or the level of disturbance. Once a sounder starts returning to an area, damage can escalate fast, sometimes overnight. And by the time it becomes obvious, controlling the situation is already far more difficult. That's why, instead of reacting after the damage is done, many communities choose a different approach: early, proactive control, guiding, containing, and stopping the problem before it spirals out of control. Reading signs isn't about chasing or confronting hogs. It's about understanding when and where intervention makes sense. Once a sounder develops a routine in a specific area, any poorly planned action can push them into unpredictable movement patterns, making control even harder. The goal is not pressure, but clarity. The real challenge isn't whether to build a trap, it's where to place it and how to approach it. Wild hogs don't move in straight lines. They avoid routes that feel too exposed or easily disturbed. A trap set just a few yards off, approached from the wrong direction, or based on an incomplete understanding of the sounder's habits, can render the entire effort ineffective. In those cases, hogs don't need to confront the trap at all. They simply adjust their behavior and slip right past the control zone. Across much of the eastern United States, terrain is diverse and unforgiving. Low-lying areas with soft soil shift constantly with moisture. Slopes and uneven ground can cause structures to move or settle over time. With traditional corral traps, unstable ground can lead to misaligned gates or reduced effectiveness after only a short period. More advanced systems, on the other hand, can be limited by camera angles, blind spots, or signal transmission issues. Not every spot that looks convenient is actually suitable. Eliminating locations that lack stability or safety is a necessary step, one that prevents bigger problems down the line. A trap only works when it blends into the environment, when hogs don't sense that something is out of place. If the design or placement feels unnatural, they'll pick up on it fast and reroute after the first encounter. That's why traps must be set along established travel paths and feeding areas, including secondary routes most people overlook. Speed isn't the priority. Reducing red flags is. Unfamiliar scents, human tracks, unnecessary disturbance. Once the trap is set, the best move is often to stay away. When the area settles back into normal, hogs return with less suspicion, and that's when control efforts have the highest chance of success. In areas close to homes and farmland, traditional corral traps remain effective due to hands-on control and the ability to respond quickly if something unexpected happens. This approach allows flexibility while maintaining safety for people and nearby property. In more remote areas, where nighttime access carries higher risk, smart corral traps show clear advantages. Remote monitoring and activation allow operators to wait until the entire sounder is inside, reducing the chance of leaving survivors that become trap-shy later on. Neither approach is about confrontation. Both are about behavioral control and reducing conflict through deliberate, calculated action. What these efforts show is that protecting crops isn't just about tools. It's about how well people understand and adapt to the land they live on. When deployed correctly, corral trap systems, especially those with remote monitoring, can significantly reduce conflict and protect harvests more effectively when matched to the right conditions. Note: all trapping and handling of feral hogs must comply with local regulations and guidance from relevant authorities. In upcoming episodes, we'll take a deeper look at how smart corral traps perform in real-world scenarios, how hog sounders respond, and why this technology is gradually changing the way entire communities protect their crops.
it's like a little.
No gunshots, no headlights sweeping through the trees, just a phone vibrating quietly in the middle of the night. Close to midnight, a notification comes in from the home security system. Motion detected. Seconds later, the footage reveals a group of wild boars moving into the garden. They advance in a line, calm, methodical, no rush. This isn't the behavior of animals passing through by chance. It's the signature of a herd that knows this ground well. That tells us one thing clearly. This isn't a random visit. It's a well-established route. The real question now becomes, how do you stop the risk without putting people or the neighborhood in danger? Let's take a closer look. No one steps outside. Everything is monitored from inside the house, where decisions are made based on data, not instinct. A smart trap had been set weeks earlier, right along the trail the boars repeatedly used to approach the residential area. This wasn't guesswork. The location was chosen using night camera footage, tracks, and repeated movement patterns. The system combines night vision cameras, motion sensors, and a remotely controlled gate. Most importantly, it allows full control without direct contact, a critical factor when dealing with wildlife near homes. The herd pauses at the edge between forest and living space. They test the ground, root around, circle cautiously. A few individuals hang back, watching, reading the situation. This is the most dangerous moment. One wrong decision here, and the herd scatters, learns, and avoids traps forever. Then, one decision, timed perfectly. The gate drops cleanly. The herd is contained in a controlled space, fully separated from the neighborhood. No injuries, no noise. No one in the area even wakes up. A secondary camera deeper in the forest keeps rolling. Another group from the same herd changes direction. No panic, no chaos. They simply circle wider, searching for a new way in. That's textbook behavior when a familiar route is blocked. Instead of escalating force, a second trap is placed deeper, quieter, less obvious. The goal isn't speed, it's closing off re-entry completely and keeping the area stable in the nights ahead. What made that night special wasn't how many boars were controlled, it was when the decision was made. 30 seconds earlier, the herd could have split and spread. A few minutes later, fences, gardens, and living space might have taken real damage. Technology helps, a lot, but it can't replace human judgment or patience. The result came from preparation done long before, and a calm decision made at exactly the right moment.
We got Leafy Leaper over. People want a copy. But there they all are.
By morning, the garden is untouched. Proof that modern wildlife control is no longer about confrontation. It's about being proactive, safe, and responsible. This is what it looks like when humans manage conflict with intelligence and patience instead of panic. Situations like this will only become more common as the line between people and nature continues to shrink. In the next episode, we'll keep following how residential areas take control before conflict begins. Like, share, and subscribe to stay with us.
Run and go get the other ones now. Other one.
How about this boat paddle? Help! Help! Get turned.